everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Christmas book tag. I'm going to be doing the Christmas song book tag that was created by Haley in Bookland. This is an older tag too. This looks like it was created in 2014. But let's get started, shall we? For the first question, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Name a villainous character you couldn't help but love. And I actually had a tough time answering this question. I don't necessarily fall in love with the bad guys. I know that's a very well-known trope that people love. That's not really my kind of trope. I love grumpy men that are in the end sweeties, but they're not, those type of characters aren't usually the bad guys. So in the end I actually chose Prince Rudolph the Fourth from Sega by Brian K. Vaughan, if I'm remembering the author's name offhand, because I didn't think to write it down. He actually starts off as the villain of the story. He is one of the people hunting down the main family. And slowly and surely throughout the story, he starts empathizing with this family, and he becomes team family rather than his own country and duties first sort of thing. This type of character doesn't actually play it straight either. Every time I think I have this character figured out, there's a good chance that he's going to betray this family. He's very much a Slytherin character, I think. Very ambitious, but he definitely sees his family as more important. So he's villainous, but not quite villainous. I think he's a really thought out, well-written character. Question number 2. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Which book do you most hope to see under your Christmas tree? And this is actually a book that I've asked people to get me. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but this is definitely something that I've asked for, and that is the illustrated edition of Tales of Beetle the Bard. I recently came across it at my library, and I couldn't believe it even existed. So of course, as soon as I realized it existed, I asked people to consider getting that for me as a gift. I'm in the process of collecting all of the Harry Potter books in illustrated edition. There's illustrated editions of the Hobbit books, and it's just, I say the Hobbit books, but there's multiple illustrated editions of the Hobbit, that's what I mean. And I just love the illustrated editions. They're so pretty. And this particular book would be a nice addition to my collection. Question number 3, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Name a character that overcomes major obstacles and learns to believe in themselves. And for this one, I chose Amy from Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. Of course, I don't have the author's name written down offhand. It's written by Morgan Matson. And this story actually follows more so Amy than Amy and Roger. Yeah, there is a focus on Roger, but it's definitely more Amy's story. Where Amy is, she's asked by her mother to drive cross-country to deliver the car from their old home to their new home. Unfortunately, Amy has a tough time driving because the last time she drove, she was in a car accident, and that car accident killed her dad. So it's definitely a story of her finding closure in that. So this story is very much her overcoming her own obstacles and growing from that. Now this next question is actually in 2 parts. Santa Claus is coming to town. 4A, which character do you think would be on the top of the naughty list? And for that, I easily have Matt from the Cormoran Strike series by Robert Galbraith. This is Robin's boyfriend, and he is a real piece of work. Actually went from not liking him to absolutely detesting him by book 4. And I'm not really going to say anything because it's 4 books and all the books are this thick and it'd just be spoiling things, but I would definitely put him on the naughty list. And that goes into the part B of this question, who do you think would be on the nice list? And definitely Robin. Robin tried so hard to make this relationship work, even going as far as doing things that were completely not good for her. But she definitely really tried to make this relationship work. It definitely got to the point where I thought she was incredibly naive, and it frustrated the heck out of me. But you gotta give the girl points for trying. Question number 5, Frosty the Snowman. Which book just melts your heart? And that obviously is Snow and Love. More so Grounded by Nick Stone. If you guys are unfamiliar with the story, with the book rather, Snow and Love is actually an anthology of 4 short stories. Each one's written by a different author, but the one that I'm really referencing to is Grounded by Nick Stone. I thought that story was just so sweet and so nice, and it definitely gave me the warm Christmassy fuzzies, and I just loved it so much. Question number 6, Feliz Navidad. Choose a book that takes place in a country other than your own, and for that I'm choosing A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman. I'm a huge fan of Frederick Bachman. Granted, I haven't read everything he's ever written, but everything that I have read I just absolutely loved. He's definitely an author that writes sad books, and so if you love a good cry at the end, I definitely recommend his books. And A Man Called Ove definitely tugged at my heartstrings. Question number 7 is the most wonderful time of the year. Which holiday themed book do you use to spread the Christmas joy? And that one, hands down, is Letters from Father Christmas by J.R.R. Tolkien. I've already read this. I've read it a couple of times, and definitely most recently for the Tis the Season-a-thon. And the title is pretty self-explanatory. It's actually all the letters J.R.R. Tolkien wrote to his kids. He wrote to his kids as Santa Claus, and it was just very sweet. Question number 8, Sleigh Ride. Which fictional character would you choose to spend the holidays with? Doesn't have to be a love interest, and because it doesn't have to be a love interest, hands down, Minerva McGonagall from the Harry Potter series. She is my all-time favorite character. I think she's sassy. I think she's funny. I think she's a badass. She's everything I want to be. I also think I would just honestly love her company. Question number 9, Baby It's Cold Outside. Which book that you didn't like would you sacrifice to a fire to warm yourself up in the cold? I think Salem's Lot by Stephen King. I just really hated that book. I read it for Halloween last year and I'm still hating on it. It's this giant book and like 80% of the way Stephen King is still introducing characters and like, nah, it's time to end the story. Don't give me more people. End the story. And they're all people that were so unlikable that I was actually rooting for the monster. And our supposed main character had very little page time. It's just, yeah, let's just get rid of that book. And the last question, do you hear what I hear? Which book do you think everyone should read? I honestly think that everyone should read either, preferably both, but either a body positive book or a mental health positive book. Honestly, I think we need to read more stuff that, helps us love ourselves and make us feel like we're not necessarily alone. Especially since there's just so much content and advertising out there that does the exact opposite. But if I had to choose, I think I would choose Fiercely Happy by Jenny Lawson. Now, this book has a lot of mixed reviews. I personally really enjoyed it. And she talks about her mental health in a definitely self-deprecating, humorous way. But after reading that book, it definitely made me feel like I wasn't necessarily alone, which was really nice. So that's pretty much everything that I have to talk about in this video. I'm not going to tag anyone. It's definitely at the end of Vlogmas. If you want to do the tag, please consider yourself tagged. But like all of my Vlogmas videos, we're going to end with a sock pull. And as always, you guys get the first proper look, and I just dropped one. Where do you go, friend? Oh, we finally got a nice blue pair. I like these a lot. I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. And then a bunch of wands with cute yellow star decals on them. I like that a lot. Alright, so as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I guess it's ta-ta for now. Bye, guys.